WFM 91.7.
You're welcome on Political Arena on Women Radio 91.7. Political Arena on Women Radio 91.7 is where we discuss politicking in Nigeria. Yes, the 2023 general election and other elections are just around the corner. Few days and 2022 is off. And yes, we have to face these electoral processes squarely. Yes, we have been doing that and we will keep doing that and talking about it. Today on Political Arena, my name is Esther Alaribe, and we're looking at Roadmap to 2023, addressing vote buying to increase chances of female candidates. Addressing vote buying to increase chances for female candidates. The phone lines will be open for you to join the conversation. 07000 917 917 07000 917 917 for you to be a part of the conversation. You can send us a text or a WhatsApp message on 070 317 565 37. In recent times, in preparation of the 2023 election, so many conversations around how vote buying is one thing that we should address, how some political parties have allegedly gathered people, mobilized people on how to give them stuff, give them money, give them items in a way to buy their vote over. And INEC is also looking into this. Now, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has said that 1 year imprisonment or a fine of 500,000 awaits anyone found guilty of buying votes during the 2023 election. So whether you buy vote or you sell your vote, both of you will have to answer to this. And now we are looking at it from this angle, having to address it to increase chances of female candidates. One of the challenges that female candidates have faced over time is the lack of resources, lack of funds to fund campaign, rallies, and get to engage with people properly, because you need money to run all of these things. Now, if for some reason some candidates have more money to give out, more money to buy votes, this leaves female candidates sidelined. First off, we have issues with the lack of adequate representation of women in Nigerian politics. And now, if vote buying is allowed to trend or characterize these elections we have in view, what are the chances of female candidates? My guest today is Ebere Victoria Okoh, Action People's Party candidate, Ika South Constituency, Delta State House of Assembly. Good morning, Ebere. How are you doing today?
Good morning.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Yes, compliments of the season. I hope you're feeling great.
Yeah, thank you very much. I feel very fine. I wish you the best also.
All right, thank you. And congratulations on emerging as the Action People's Party candidate, Ika South Constituency, Delta State House of Assembly. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right. So what are your thoughts on the recent concerns of vote buying characterizing the 2023 elections? What are your thoughts on this?
Thank you very much for that question. Talking about vote buying, it is a very widespread phenomenon. It is indeed a concern because it has so much impact on the electorate, especially. I'll start by defining or saying a little bit about, or talking a little bit about vote buying. Vote buying is usually seen or viewed as a purely economic exchange in which the voter sells his or her vote in exchange for the following, maybe number one, tangible results or rewards. Number two, the voter change their behavior because the offer that is being given to them by the receipt, that's the people that give them this, that buy this vote from them. The offer they give to the voters tends to convince them of the goodness and worthiness of their candidates. So they tend to change their behavior or their mind and oblige. Then thirdly, the vote buyer may hope to generate or may want to use force so that the voter will have to comply. Maybe they will bully the voters to comply to their attempts, because if they refuse, it may lead to fear of retribution if they decline to be given. So it is not a good thing, if you ask me. Thank you.
All right. So in that case, preparing for the 2023 elections, we have gubernatorial elections. We also have the presidential elections. We have people running for House of Assembly and different elections in view. So from your own point of view as a candidate who is also vying for office come 2023, how have you seen this? How have you seen this play out? And how do you think it should be addressed? from your own point of view, based on what you've seen, have you seen any cases? Have you experienced any cases? Are there places where you've gone to engage with the electorate and they just expect that you should drop something?
Well, it hasn't been an easy one.
Okay.
Because this is my first time of
There's always a first time.
yes, So I go to the marketplace especially
Okay.
to talk to these women and tell them my plans, my intentions, my good intentions for them. The logistics and all that is not an easy one, It's quite how will I put it? It's taking a lot of monetary aspects from my side.
Okay.
So, but the Lord has been helping me. But I've been able to reach out to the women, especially because my major target is the women and the youth.
Mm.
Where you mostly gather or see these women in gatherings is the women leader of their market. You approach them, you tell them, they give you a date, you come and you talk to them. Although, when you go to see them, you are very much expectant, because this somehow vote buying comes into place or play in this kind of scenario, because they'll be expecting you to give them something in exchange for their votes. I don't know, it's it's just something that looks common, but it is not a good thing. But I try to make them understand that they should not be looking at it now. They should be thinking about the future, because the person they are seeing has very good intentions for them. So, by the grace of God, I am being put in that position. I will definitely reach out to them, and they will never regret it. So it has been challenging, but rewarding. After all, a lot of experiences I have gained, and the Lord has been helping me. Thank you.
All right. So you mentioned that your major target running for office, running for the Ika South Constituency, Delta State House of Assembly, your major target is for women and youth. So tell us, what are your plans for them?
Thank you very much for that beautiful question. My plans for them, the women have always been relegated to the very down. They have never been taken seriously. They give little or nothing to them. But as a woman, I have this feeling. I know what the women need and what they are going through. Women need help, especially financially. Every woman wants to be independent, if you understand what I mean.
Yes, I do.
And also the youths. The youths are the future tomorrow. If there is no youth today, there will be no leader tomorrow. So that is where my target is. So if I can help them and if I work with the chairman of my local government area, and we put heads together, we'll put a lot of things into place, especially the basic amenities such as the roads, electricity, those things that are not there. Even the hospitals, because the women in the village, because of how their level of I don't want to use the word. I don't want to use that kind of word, but
you mean education, exposure?
No, not really.
Okay.
A lot of the poverty rate in the village is high.
Oh, poverty rate. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of them are unable to attain some certain health benefits. But if hospitals and hospital facilities, but if I bring in the health centers where we have midwives to help deliver women, because maternity, the rate of death, the death rate of mothers during childbearing is
maternal
very
mortality,
high, especially in the village setting. But when you bring in these midwives, because they are specialized in this area, and these women in the village are very close to these maternity homes, instead of going to churches, those local churches that they feel that the preacher can help them pray out the baby, they will be able to go to these maternity homes where they will have their babies safe and them too will be safe too. Then I also want to work with my with the chairperson or the chairman to set up things like all the skills acquisition, where the youths will be taught a lot of things for them to be independent. And when you have this electricity, these basic amenities in your own locality, it will boost the economic growth in that area. So these are my plans and many more that I have for them.
So still talking about your plans for the people of Ika South, let's talk about policies that you hope you can bring in to better their lives in that area, since you've mentioned that your target is youths and women. So let's talk about the policies we look forward to hearing from you at the Delta State House of Assembly. Hopefully you get into this position.
Well, the policies I have, which I'm still working on.
Okay.
I wish to engage these youth because somehow when you have all these things put in place, like this health services, there'll be job creation, because we have the ones that will have to do one or two works like security and all the rest to create jobs for them. Are you with me?
Yes, I can hear you. So,
these are what I am.
Your plans.
Some of them.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that. It is 16 minutes to 12 on Women Radio WFM 91.7, and this is Political Arena on Women Radio 91.7. On Political Arena, we discuss politicking in Nigeria, and it's just around that time again where we get to elect new political leaders into different offices across the country. Today on Political Arena, we're looking at Roadmap to 2023, addressing vote buying to increase chances of female candidates. My name is Esther Alaribe, and my guest today is Ebere Victoria Okoh, Action People's Party candidate, Ika South Delta State Constituency. And we're looking at addressing vote buying to increase chances of female candidates. And yes, Ebere has told us what she thinks about it and some of the other reasons why she thinks it should be addressed as well, stating how bad it is for our democracy also. Then she goes ahead to mention some of her plans and intended policies for people of the Ika South constituency. Yes, Ebere, still on this. So do you agree that if vote buying is allowed to thrive without any form of different stakeholders trying to address it, do you think it would downplay the chances of female candidates, as women have not a lot of resources, monetary resources to give out to also buy into it? Now, bearing in mind that it is wrong to engage in vote buying either as the seller or the buyer of the vote, but do you think that if this is allowed to thrive and people just go about engaging in vote buying, it's going to reduce the chances of female candidates getting in, knowing that they don't have all of these resources?
Thank you very much. I am of the opinion that vote buying should not be allowed to thrive. It should not thrive, therefore, it should be discouraged. And the only way it can be discouraged is from the grassroots, because it is the mentality of these people that makes them involve themselves in vote buying or allow it, especially the electorate. It's very easy for one to see, to be convinced because of his or her situation at that time. Maybe that one is going through one challenge or the other. But if there's a way to curb it, I know it cannot be eradicated completely, but it can be curbed. It can be reduced by discouraging it. I believe there is a particular women group that in Abuja that is kicking seriously against it. I don't want to mention any name, because it is not a good thing. If it continues, it's going to affect the women, just like you have said. It's going to affect the women, so it should not be encouraged at all.
All right. So, yes, you mentioned that due to the poverty rate and how women get to experience poverty firsthand, how would you encourage these women when you go to engage them in the market to tell them, oh, do not take any form of bribe, don't tell your votes. When they come to you, say no, knowing very well that there is poverty in the land? How would you be able to encourage? What would you say to them to let them know that this money you are getting or this vote buying you're trying to engage in, it will do you no good?
It's a very good question you asked me, because it has been a very challenging one, going empty-handed to go and convince these women, because I am not in support of this vote buying. Money is always a constraint most of the time in the women side, from the women angle, so to say. So I try to tell these women, because I believe most of them go to church. You have to reach them in a way and manner they can understand. When I try to tell them, I make them have a picture of the Esau and Jacob scenario, where Esau had to sell his birthright to Jacob, and it's almost same, if not same, completely same with this vote buying, because Esau was not seeing his future; he was just seeing his now. So he ate his future now. So this is what I try to tell them and make them understand, that you're not looking at your now, you're looking at your future, which is your children. Your children should not suffer because of what you want to enjoy now. We have to suffer now and enjoy it tomorrow. A lot of challenges, they will say, I don't want to hear beg now, this talk will go here, I will go chop, But I try to make them understand that it's not all about money. Yes, money answers all things, but money is not everything. It's still there in the Bible. So you have to listen, I have to make them understand that at the end of the day, I will just give them little refreshments to thank them for their listening ears. It's not like buying them wrapper and trying to look. That one looks like bribe to me, which is directly or indirectly
what we are kicking against.
So to say. Yeah.
I see.
I just buy them just little refreshments to thank them for giving me a listening ear. Thank you.
Okay. So, Ebere, so you just mentioned that when you go to the market, the women will tell you things like, Shana, that one will go chop, Shana, that one will go yell, those kind of stuff. So, when you go to the market to go and engage them for telling them about your campaigns, asking them to vote for you, what did they tell you? How do you engage them to make them understand that, see, I am the best candidate for this, you need to vote for me, knowing that they will still tell you that, oh, all of this talk is not what they're interested in? How do you still go ahead?
They're not, the turnout is not encouraging.
Oh, it's not encouraging?
Because when you speak with the women leader in charge of the market, she will now announce to them, but they will ask how many minutes are they spending to talk, because they are selling their market, they don't want to run any loss and all that, because that time that they're using to waste, they know how much they would have sold or they would have gained. So all this come to play. So at the end of the day, they don't see anybody to stay in their stead. Maybe their child, that is not maybe their child or somebody to help them sell while they come out to stay put. So the turnout is not encouraging, but I don't need to give up, because I understand their plight. It's business. Time is money. I try to make it snappy and just go straight to the point, and I tell them my reason of coming there. At the end of the day, their woman leader will be able to pass the remaining message to them the way they can understand better. But at least I've been able to talk to them, the few ones that made themselves available.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I like the fact that you're very, very considerate about understanding that these women also have to do their businesses, because having to make out time to come sit down to listen to all that you have to say, yes, might just be a lot for them. And it just takes a lot of patience getting to explain to them on the need why you need to listen, so that it's not a case of the loudest voice in the room as regards vote buying. Someone who comes to give you stuff is who you know or who you're going to vote for. Yes, I totally hear you on that. Thank you so much, Ebere, for your thoughts on all of this. So now, wrapping up the conversation before I let you go, what will be your final words to Nigerians on the need to shun vote buying? Yes, we don't talk and before say poverty plenty, but people need to know that vote buying is not the way out at all. And besides, there is a penalty to it if you are caught buying vote or selling vote as well.
My final word is I'll advise Nigerians to go get their PVC and not just get it. Try and come out and vote. And vote with your conscience. Do not vote because you are being lured to do so. That is my own advice for Nigerians.
All right. Thank you so much, Ebere Victoria, Action People's Party candidate, Ika South Constituency, Delta State House of Assembly. Thank you so much, and we wish you good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right. Still have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Bye.
Yes. There we've heard it from Ebere Victoria Okoh. So Victoria is saying to you this afternoon that vote buying, this morning, that vote buying is something that you should not engage in. Let it be that you are voting this candidate from your own conscience. You've been able to check through their history, or you've listened to them talk on different platforms, or you've read through their manifestos and you can tell, okay, this is the candidate for me. This is the person I am going with. Don't let anybody cajole you into voting for my party, my candidate. Know your candidate for yourself. Understand what it is that this person brings to the table, or the potentials that this person is going to bring on board if this person gets into office. So Nigerians, once again, the need to shun vote buying. And I'm glad that INEC is picking up on this one, and they're putting out strong words on this, ensuring that this doesn't happen, so we can have a free, fair and credible election come 2023. Thank you so much for being a part of Political Arena today on Women Radio 91.7. Political Arena will be back on next Wednesday at 11:30 as we get to bring on female candidates running for offices in 2023. We get to hear from them directly on their plans, aspirations, and other conversations around the election 2023. The executive producer has been Tom Okewale. My name is Esther Alaribe. Do have a wonderful day.
WFM 91.7.